now we're gonna go back to the game prior. We have the Packers-Niners.
I want to get this out the way first.
Go ahead.
I need to get this out the way first.
Go ahead.
I need to see it to believe it with these damn Packers. If Aaron Rodgers come back, no more Super Bowl talks. I do not care. I need to see it to believe it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone was talking. I mean, 2019, everyone was saying, "Oh, Mike McCarthy's the problem. Mike McCarthy's the problem." They get Matt LaFleur. They go 13-3. And they get fucking mollywopped in the NFC Championship game. And then they say, well, if Aaron Rodgers just had a home NFC, because that's one thing he hadn't had.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said. If he had a home NFC Championship game, he gets that, loses to the Bucks. And then this year, back-to-back number one seeds, and this year doesn't even win a playoff game. Only 10 points. And while he didn't have a terrible game, he had
Aaron Rodgers game.
Yes, he had a terrible game by Aaron Rodgers standards. And it really does seem like... Go ahead.
I say he just looked pedestrian. Like, he just looked like he was another guy out there rather than a quarterback.
Definitely. And I was going to say, this is like... might be the end of the road for the Packers. I mean, they got a bunch of players they got to re-sign. Aaron Rodgers is talking about leaving. I think they're $44 million over the cap. So, like... I don't know where the Packers go for it. We're talking about the Bucks, it was win or go home. The Packers, it was really win or go home. Like, I don't know what they're going to do. Then even Jordan Love, apparently in practice, the Packers don't have the same confidence in him that, like, for example, the Chiefs had in Mahomes in 2017, when he was still the backup to Alex Smith. So, or the Ravens had in Lamar when he was backing up Joe Flacco. So it's... I really don't know where the Packers are going to go to, but yeah, let's talk about the game itself. I mean, there's not much to say. It was
not much to say.
Yeah.
It was one based off special teams.
Yep.
I did want to say this because, like, for me, it's like throughout Peyton Manning's career, he has like a reputation for being like a playoff choker.
Yes.
Right, that's what people talk about. But yet,
definitely,
when you think of a guy like Aaron Rodgers, I mean, up until these last couple of years, he hasn't really faced any type of criticism for his playoff shortcomings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I could
even worse. I mean, Peyton at least went to 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah. Aaron has only been to 1. I mean, I would say part of it is he did have bad teams for some of the years, but then he has had numerous playoff meltdowns. I mean, the first one that comes to mind is the 2014 Seahawks game. I think they were up with 16-0, and they ended up losing that in overtime. So he definitely does have his share of playoff collapses. And then, like I said, the one thing that we gave him, right? Because like at least Manning, we could say, oh, he always had great teams. The one thing we gave Rodgers that, his team always underperforms and like his defenses in the playoffs have been terrible. But then when he gets good defenses, when he holds the San Francisco to 10 points, no offensive touchdowns, no defensive touchdowns, and you still lose, you can't make an excuse for that.
Yeah.
Especially the special teams had a blocked field goal, had a blocked punt, and then had only 10 guys on the field. 10 guys on the field after a timeout. Like, oh gosh.
Come on.
Yeah, imagine that. Their special teams coach is definitely getting fired.
Yeah. He has to.
I will understand if you're in the scramble, like, oh shit, we got to get these guys on the field. After a timeout, you still got 10 guys out there. What are you doing?
There's just no excuse. Actually, one quick thing I did want to bring up from the Bills-Chiefs game. Gabriel Davis had like probably the best postseason game by a receiver of all time. 8 catches.
Like a record.
Yeah, 8 catches, 201 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't know if the yards was a record, but 4 touchdowns.
I thought it was
205.
It was 205. I might have been 205. He got over 200 yards. Okay, then the last game, obviously as a Bengals fan, the game I'm most excited for, the Bengals-Titans game. So what are y'all thoughts on that?
I got a big old smile on my face right now. I'm about to say something I should not say. I'm gonna let Jordan handle this one first.
Well, for one, I thought it was an interesting game to say the least. You had so Tannehill, he threw 3 picks.
3, yeah.
Weren't they all just weird?
No. The first one was a tip, right?
No, the first play of the game, that was just a good play by Jesse Bates. He read Julio Jones' route and jumped it.
Okay. Gotcha.
The second
I know the one was a tip by Mike Hilton, and the third one was a tip
by Eli Apple.
Logan Wilson. Yep. Got it? What's his name?
Yeah, it was Logan Wilson. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, oh, gosh. I mean, Derrick Henry had his first game back, and while he did have, I think, over 60 yards, he didn't play well. He didn't have, a huge impact. There was multiple plays. He was stopped short on a 2-point conversion. He was stopped short on a 4th and 1. So the Bengals did do a really good job. The Titans really only had, one, really big run with, I think Dante Foreman. Yep. I think it was, a 45-yarder. Yep. So
AJ Brown had a game.
AJ Brown had a game. We were talking about this earlier too. He had one of, if not the best postseason catch I've seen in a minute.
That was really tough.
2 guys on him, back towards the end zone, then one hand doesn't even touch his other arm. One hand ropes it in, both feet. That was just a ridiculous catch.
Bobble or anything.
Yep. No flinching. No. Yep. That was a great game. I mean, Evan McPherson hitting he hit 4 field goals that game because the Bengals only had 1 touchdown. And on top of
defense, didn't play too bad. I mean, they bent but didn't break. That's for sure.
I mean, like I said, the Titans defense did do well. I mean, the Bengals have been seen as one of the most explosive offenses. Sacked Burrow 9 times, held him to 19 points.
Oh man,
the Titans offense got to capitalize. Yeah, it was. It hurt watching. I was surprised.
You win a game like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you're sacking the quarterback 9 times. You have to win that.
Yeah, the offense just could not capitalize. It was ridiculous. Oh my god, it was ridiculous. And it's crazy because when you look at QBR is heavily biased towards sacks. Sacks hurts a quarterback's QBR a lot. So I think Joe Burrow, despite throwing about 70% and over 300 yards, had a 10 QBR because he got sacked 9 times for 60 something yards or 40 something yards. It was ridiculous. But the Bengals are advancing to their first conference championship since 1988, and the Titans. Who would have thought? Who had the Bengals with a chance, 1 game away from the Super Bowl? And
I did.
No,
because I'm a Bengals fan.
No, you did not.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Anyways, you said it's. I remember you said, and I quote, "It's never the Bengals' time."
No, the Browns.
No. You said the same about the Bengals. You said you said it's only the Browns' time when they play the Bengals. I remember you said that during the first game. I remember. Then couple plays after, Denzel Ward had that pick 6 for 100 yards. I remember that.
It's only the Browns' time against the Bengals. Simple as that.
Yeah, and you also said it's never the Bengals' time. I mean, but
they did their thing.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did. I mean, Joe Burrow, Joe Cool, Joe Shiesty. He is too laid back. He is too cool. He's too confident. And I mean, this is a thing I've heard throughout the past couple months, and you really do see it. This Bengals team feels so different from a past Bengals team, right? They know what they are. They're confident. They don't think of themselves as this team that hasn't won in 31 years, because these guys haven't been around on the team for 31 years. This is their own team. They're carving out their own destiny. And I mean, you already see the culture changing in just the 2 years Joe Burrow's been here.
The 3 years Zach Taylor's been the best coach in the league. Come on.
I mean, I don't think Zach Taylor should win. I mean, he's not the best coach in the league, obviously. The best coach the past 3 years is Matt LaFleur. But I mean, I do think Zach Taylor should be in the conversation. Yeah, for coach of the year. It's probably gonna be Mike Vrabel, even though we
should be.
Yeah,